Today, we are going to do a review of the newly updated Pakt 1 travel duffel. We reviewed the previous version years ago, so I'm really excited to see what updates were made, and I'm gonna let you know the honest pros and cons. We're gonna show you what it packs out, and if it's not the duffel of your dreams, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the review where I'll make 2 duffel alternative suggestions that have a bit of a different user case and might better suit your needs. But first of all, let's talk about the gist of the Pakt 1 travel duffel. The first product from this Montana-based carry company, the Pakt 1 duffel lit it up on Kickstarter a long time ago, like 4, 5, 6 years ago. And it's sort of been known as like the travel duffel, at least it was. And then there's been a lot of competitors that have been coming out. But I will admit, in terms of innovation, laptop protection, and the overall look and vibe, I thought it was a really awesome travel duffel, at least the previous version. Let's see if this one stands up to the test as well. Some of the duffel's top features being, it's 1, 2 quick access front pockets, a super accessible clamshell-style opening to the main compartment, a suspended laptop compartment in the middle, which is a really unique design choice. And let's be honest, laptop protection on a duffel isn't very common. A luggage pass-through holder, and an included TSA pocket, which I had mixed feelings about in the last review. The Pakt 1 travel duffel currently comes in 3 color options and 2 sizes, a 28 liter or this one, the 35 liter. It's got a width of around 21 inches, a height of around 12 inches, and we will try to remember to measure the depth of the bag when it's fully packed out a few sections from now. Let's weigh this MFer. I'm getting 3 pounds on the dot for scale number 1. Which is a solid weight for a 35 liter bag, and basically 2.9 pounds on scale number 2. This is the duffel when it's empty, and this is the duffel when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", Margaret's 5'2", and we're gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Pakt bags are covered by their long-term warranty, which is how it's worded on their website. It's a bit vague. I don't have a lot of feedback in terms of people's experience with Pakt customer support and trying to use their warranty. So if you have any experience, let us know in the comments below. And as of recording, the Pakt 1 duffel costs around $285 to $295 USD, depending on the size. And if at any point in this review you're thinking about making a purchase or you want to find out more information from the brand themselves, we highly recommend doing so by using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps support the Nomads Nation channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the outside of the Pakt 1 travel duffel. Starting with the aesthetic, and I have to say, I think this thing is beautiful. And it's just different. And the reason is, it's like your normal duffel, right? It's got structure. It's got a clamshell opening. It's just rebuilt from the ground up. And another thing adding to the aesthetic is this fabric. Now, this is a premium 500D recycled nylon. But honestly, it's got like a canvasy look and feel to it. It's not canvas, but Pakt has gone through a lot of different fabrics over the years, some of which back in the day were really bad lint and hair magnets. But I'm super happy to announce that this new fabric, significantly less of a hair magnet, and I just think the green in particular looks so good. Pakt's branding has gotten a little bit louder over the years, but still pretty subtle. Now I'm gonna talk about these 2 pockets in the next section. Let's talk about the bottom, because notice that we have this folding design and the 1, 2, 3, 4 studs on the bottom. The folding design is great because it helps keep the bag a little bit more slim, compressed. You get what I'm trying to say. But then it can expand when fully packed out, and then these studs help to give it a little bit better standing ability. And we'll test how well the bag can actually stand in the next section when we pack it out, but it's a duffel. I'm sure it'll be fine. On side number 1, we got a new feature, a stowable water bottle holder. I think stowable water bottle holders are pretty cool. I've seen it done on a bag or 2. You can see right here, you just connect it with a T-hook at the bottom. Then you gotta put a water bottle in there. Pretty nifty. Let's see what size water bottle it can accommodate. 24-ounce Columbia? Oh yeah, that works. 1 liter Yeti? I feel less confident about this one, but you know what? I should have been more confident. This is definitely a thing. Now obviously it looks a little weird, let's be honest. Kind of strange, just like this little alien just kind of coming out of the side of the bag. But functionally speaking, it's great because you can keep the bag nice and streamlined for those times when you're not carrying a water bottle. And then if you do want to stay hydrated, you have that option as well. But otherwise, you can just go ahead and stow it away in here, out of sight, out of mind. Flip it over to the back. We have a luggage pass-through holder, but to access the luggage pass-through holder, you've actually got to unzip it on this side. Okay, so, and the reason being that there's actually a pocket in here as well, so you don't want this always being open and potentially being I'm just gonna throw my AirPods in this pocket. Oh my God, I would do that. As for the luggage pass-through, it allows you to carry the duffel pretty comfortably on the bag. You've got a nice little amount of leeway here. I'm gonna try and remember to put it on again when the bag's fully packed out. But yeah, in essence, you got this big old pocket right here. That's where the zipper for the luggage pass-through holder is. And this pocket is secured with some magnets. And then we got this pocket here, which is like the TSA pocket. And in theory, you're supposed to put things in here the TSA agents would want to be taken out of your bag. And you have to be like, don't worry, guys. I don't have to take it out of my bag 'cause it's in this mesh pocket. And I just don't feel like a TSA agent's gonna like play around with that. They're gonna be like, cool, yeah, take it out. I don't care, like still in the bag, it need to be out. I don't know, never tried this. Let me know your thoughts below. Like, is this a useful feature to just be like, don't worry, liquids right here, officer. Little gimmicky, let me know in the comments below. Now we're gonna pack this pocket out in the next section when we got all our travel stuff. Let's talk about carrying, because this bag has two ways to be handled. You got handheld mode and shoulder mode. I like handheld mode, like it a lot. These handles utilize a very fine nylon webbing, basically the same fabric that's used on seatbelts, and you got a lot of room to grab the duffel and to maneuver the duffel. I think that the padding is just okay. Like there's not a lot of padding going on. I could have liked a little bit more, but honestly the material is so soft that it still feels really nice. Maybe a little bit more padding, I don't know, would have gone a long way. But let's say you got a heavy ass bag, you don't want to be carrying it in handheld mode, that's when you switch to shoulder mode. The shoulder strap is connected with this big metal buckle, which is also very easily removed. One thing that I love about this right here is it's an easy stash place for the shoulder strap, right? So if you don't want to wear it in shoulder mode, you're just carrying it in hand mode, shoulder strap goes in there, and it can go in there even when the shoulder strap's connected, right? You just kind of take it and shove it on in there and the magnet helps secure and keep it in place. I like that. Shoulder strap, same high quality webbing. We've got metal hardware allowing you to adjust how long or short you want the strap to be. Let's talk about the landing pad though. I think it could have been maybe a little bit longer or wider or bigger, because we're looking at a width, I don't know, around just under 10 inches. You know, you can get it where you need it. I don't know, just a little bit more would have given me a bit more confidence. It was kind of like moving around a little bit. I'm also not a huge duffel person though, I'm gonna be very honest about that. But what makes it better is this is very adjustable, so no matter where you want it to lie on your shoulder, you can then get it into that position. Also, I just gotta ask, like, do you travel with duffels? I mean, you're watching this video, so you must. I have never traveled via an airplane with a duffel. I guess it could make sense if I'm pairing it with a suitcase. All y'all frequent flyers out there traveling with duffels, pitch me on it. I'm a backpack guy or a suitcase guy. I'd like to try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, we're done the whole outside. Now let's talk about the inside of the Pakt 1 travel duffel. Starting in the front with these two pockets. First of all, one thing that Margaret and I both love about these bags are these zipper pullers. I love a classy zipper puller like this, simple knot, easy to grab, easy to unzip. But also on top of it, these little white specks are actually reflective elements, just to give you a little extra safety, or it makes it easier to find the zippers. If it's dark, it's a little functional thing that goes a long way. In pocket number 1, we got a bit of organization and a key leash. And in pocket number 2, no organization and no key leash. It's a lining that I quite like. It's got a very soft touch to it. It's not like microfiber soft, it's like plasticky soft. It's hard to explain. How would you explain this? Rubbery? It's not rubbery, I don't think. We're at a loss. We can't think of any words to describe this fabric, but I'll go with magical. Mysteriously magical. We're gonna pack those pockets out in a second because I gotta show you these compartments to make sense of the whole bag, because this is something that might frustrate some users, is that I will say this bag has a bit of a complicated user experience. Let me explain why. So the clamshell style opening is just ingenious for a duffel. And then basically with the clamshell style opening, you have two sections. Section 1 has a mesh divider, which has a pocket, and the divider itself can be undone. And inside this pocket, you also have 2 side mesh pockets and another pocket here. See what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, but we're not done yet. We've only just begun. Because on the other side, you got this other divider, which is the laptop sleeve, and then a big old hollowed out area with 2 mesh pockets as well. But then both of these sides also accessible from the outside of the bag. See that? So for a minimalist like myself, this is kind of making my head want to explode. It's not that it's complicated, it's just that, I don't know, my brain just, it's not what it used to be in my younger years, that's for sure. But for the super organized person who likes a spot for everything and sort of have like a travel system in place, this could be a godsend for you. The same thing with the other side, you can see, so you can access either side independently, go full clamshell, you get the gist, let's pack it out. All right, you can see right here I got a whole bunch of bulky travel stuff. We're gonna start with this, pack the inside of the main compartment, and then go to the outside for the smaller stuff. And for me, I might, do my own system here where I'm doing clothes in one compartment. So I got my air packing cube, perfect fit right on in there, and a smaller air packing cube. I love packing cubes and backpacks these days. They're all just kind of working together. They're always very integrated. I'll go ahead and throw my hoodie on top. And so basically I got side number 1 for my clothes. And then in this mesh zipper pocket here, I can throw a book, my packable Matador refraction backpack, fold that up nice and tidy. Basically just things that I might want semi-quicker access to. Done. Then flipping it over, Got the tech compartment right here, so from my brain, indicates to me that I'm gonna put like tech stuff there. So it seems like all my pouches. I got a couple of tech pouches, stop kit, another tech pouch, because I travel with a bunch of tech gear sometimes. And then we could throw maybe my over-the-head headphones in there as well. A couple of notebooks. Zip that on up. No, actually, the system makes a bit more sense now to me. I'm getting it. Cool, I got clothes on one side, pouches on the other, laptop here. Actually, umbrella, where do you go? There. Laptop compartment. Like I said, duffels and laptop compartments usually don't go together very well. This is my 13-inch MacBook Pro. You can see slides on in there. Very nice fit. So the 13-inch, like I said, fits no problem. But what about a 16 and a 17-inch? Cutout of a 16-inch MacBook Pro. We are gonna fit. Very cool. You got this little flap right here, which can be undone. Put over the laptop. That's great. But how about the 17-incher? This is a Vivo Book from Asus. So we're in, dude. I don't know if it's gonna fit any 17-inch laptop, right? They're all different shapes and sizes and dimensions, but ours definitely fits. Now, closing it on up, just remembered to measure the depth. So now, we're at a fully packed out depth of like 9 inches. And also remembered, let's test the luggage pass-through to see how easy or difficult it is to get on, right? Because now we've created extra bulk, so we need some expansion here to be able to have a nice fit. Yeah, that is easy peasy, dude. Great. Okay, maybe I'm getting duffel airplane travel a little bit more with a suitcase. Pretty sweet scenario. Let's pack out those front pockets though. These pockets, it's all about the smaller things that you want quicker access to. Now that the duffel's fully packed out, these pockets are a little tight, but we do have a little gusset right here that does help to give a little expansion. Keys, gonna go on the leash. It's hard to see, but we have one lining pocket and 2 smaller mesh pockets. One mesh pocket is the perfect size for a pen, and the other is a nice size for a wallet. And then the lining pocket, I assume, is good for a passport. This is a B7 size notebook, same as a passport, and yeah, that slides right in. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my battery in there as well. That should be about it. Other side, no internal organization in this pocket, so I'm just gonna throw some tissues, snacks. How about something bulkier, a hard shell case for my glasses? We're gonna get that in there, dude. Flipping it on back. Got this back pocket, it's quite big, right? I mean, it's like these dimensions. I just want to test its capacity because it's fully packed out. Let's say I want quick access to another hoodie. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I mean, you can see you can fit some bulkier things in there. If you also want to throw like a bulkier adapter, that can work as well. Really impressed by the way that this duffel utilizes space. Keep in mind the magnetic closure, if you overly pack it, ain't gonna really close. Comfort test, okay? The handles, like I said, a little bit more padding. This thing is decked out. I mean, you're not gonna be carrying it in handheld mode for very long when it's fully packed out. Let's just be honest, right? It's more just like you're waiting in line for your plane, it's on the ground, and then they're like, you can move 3 feet, and you kind of do one of those. Shoulder strap mode, cushioning is nice. Again, I feel like it's just a little bit more of a landing pad. Could have been better, but the fabric that they use is good because it's got a little bit of cling to it. Sometimes duffels on the shoulder strap, they use a soft fabric, which feels good, but then it's just always doing that, and you're like, son of a but this has a little bit of coarseness to it, which helps to give it a little bit of catch without giving me fear that it's going to utterly tear up and decimate my clothes. Oh my God, and I've totally forgot about these things, and I don't know what they are, but they're sort of hidden in these little stowaway pockets right there. They're buckles, one on each side, which I believe are intended to be adorable. Little compression straps? I don't know, they're not doing much if that's what they're designed to do. Okay. Wow, this is a long review. I bet we're at about like 17 minutes right now. But I gotta be thorough. I want you guys to know everything about this bag because bags are my life. I'm literally a full-time bag reviewer. I love bags and I love this carry community. And if you're still watching this, there's a good chance that you also might love bags and love the carry community, whether you know it or not. And if that's the case, I gotta tell you that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do epic bag reviews on YouTube. We also got a kick-ass newsletter called the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, I'm like your reporter in the field, bringing you updates for what's happening in this incredible carry community and all these cool bags and travel gear and EDC gear. So if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening in this world, you're going to want to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can do so by finding this globe emoji in the description below. And I hope to see you in your inbox. Let's wrap this guy up by talking about the pros and the cons of the Pakt 1 travel duffel. Pro number 1 is going to be the innovative clamshell style opening. Pro number 2 is the impressive laptop protection. And pro number 3, it's one of the rare duffels that's designed specifically for air and plane travel. But we got some cons as well. I'm gonna tell you what they are. Con number 1 is it's a kind of semi-complicated user experience. Con number 2, I could have used a little bit more real estate on the shoulder landing pad. And con number 3, at almost $300 US, it's definitely a pricey duffel. But there's also a good chance that if you're still watching this, you might be thinking to yourself, $300 bucks? Ha! Pakt's a bunch of idiots. I would have paid double. I love that thing. I'm totally buying one. And you're gonna make a purchase, just a reminder that we do recommend that you do so using the first link in the description. That's where you can get the best price. And if we have discount codes, that's where they'll be. But I also got some alternatives in case you're not quite sold on this bag. Let's talk about them. Alternative number 1 is gonna be this guy, the Boundary Supply Errant duffel. This has actually been one of my favorite duffels for a long time, and it's a great option for you if you do like features. This bag is feature galore, amazing materials and fabrics. It's just like a traditional style duffel. It's not modernized with clamshell. It's like a good old-fashioned duffel that also brings a lot of really cool features to the table. My second recommendation is gonna be this guy, which is the Evergoods Transit Duffel 35 liter. This is a great option for you if you're looking for a big old gear hauler and you like a duffel that has a bit of structure to it. And honestly, it's a really good duffel if you're looking for a road trip duffel. I think this is like the best road trip duffel in the game. That's probably the best like modern flight duffel in the game. This is my favorite, just like regular old school duffel in the game. A lot of games going on, a lot of great duffels out there. And to learn more about either of these duffels, just go ahead and watch these videos right here. If you got any questions about any duffels or bags in general, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.